of ideas do you think you could come up with? If Sir Isaac Newton in the 1600s went home for a year because of the bubonic plague, he invents calculus, the laws of gravity, optics. What do you think you guys could solve right now? Raise your hand if you have any ideas. Come on, this is real stuff, guys. He really did this. He was 22 years old, okay? He left Cambridge. He invents everything. He comes back to school a year later, and within 2 years, he had become the chairman of the department, and he revolutionized the world. Ellie, you had your hand up.
Well, I guess I could like find something really. There's nothing really to find.
Oh.
Everything's been found already.
Say, I should have found that.
Yeah, but what about a cure for cancer? What about a cure for COVID-19? Lila?
You could help global warming.
Oh, global warming. Why not put your head towards global warming? Any other ideas? Ben, what about you?
Figuring out algebraic formulas for calculating square and cube numbers.
I absolutely love it. David, what about you?
All like that plastic in the ocean.
Tell me about the plastic in the ocean.
It's bad, and people are trying to raise money to like pull it out.
Yeah, I think there are literally like 125 trillion pieces of plastic in the ocean. And if you could find a better solution, this is the time to do it right now, my opinion. Anyway, let's get started. The first thing I want to talk to you about is one of my favorite things to do, which is skiing. Now, do you guys see that this skiing down a near vertical slope is a bad idea? Do you guys agree with that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he is actually not pictured in this picture on the left, but as you can, do you see where he is, that little speck right here?
Yeah.
Now, do you know what the angle of this triangle, of the actual mountain was?
No.
No.
Any ideas?
85?
85 degrees is a really good guess.
86.
Believe it or not, guys, it is only about, it's only about 65 degrees. So even though it looks nearly vertical at 90 degrees, it's only about a 65-degree angle. But it is still a very, very bad idea. And because it is a bad idea, who can tell me right now, and I want you to send me a chat and also raise your hand, what is the slope of every vertical line? And I want you to think of skiing every time you get this question. You have a vertical line. We are looking for the slope of a vertical line, and tell me what it is. Interesting, David. You gave it to me in degrees, but it actually has to be a number. Let's see. Who else is raising their hand? And I lost Michael's video and Hannah's video. Hannah is also muted. I'm going to ask to unmute. There we go. And Matthew, do you want to raise your hand electronically?
Yeah.
Okay, go for it. Go ahead, Matthew.
I don't know. I don't really know, but maybe like a 0 over 0 or.
Ooh. By the way, how many of you like what Matthew just said? I love it. I love it. Hi, Angeliki. Guys, does anybody have any other ideas? Matthew? Or Matthew, you can put your hand down. Anybody else? Okay. What is 0 over 0?
0.
1.
Defined.
Somebody said 1. Somebody said 0. Somebody had something else to say. And I think it was Ben L. I could be wrong. Jack. Go for it, Jack.
Me?
Jack, I thought you raised your hand. Maybe not.
No, it wasn't me.
No? Okay,
I'll try though.
go for it.
Isn't it 0?
Do you guys think it is 0?
I think it's undefined.
Well, who said that? Olivia. Olivia, why not raise your hand? It is undefined, guys. Everybody take a calculator right now on your phone or your computer, and I want everybody to divide 0 by 0. Everybody divide 0 by 0.
It says error.
Yeah, I got something that says error divide by 0. Basically, it's telling you not only that it's an error, but why it's an error. I had a very interesting student yesterday whose calculator actually had a different answer. Does anybody's calculator have a different answer? So most calculators will say error.
Undefined.
Oh, does your calculator say undefined?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I just searched it up. And it said undefined.
Okay, so it is undefined, but there's another concept. And believe it or not, somebody's calculator actually said infinity. So the reason why a vertical line has a slope that's undefined is because its slope is infinite. Guys, if I show you right now a line that has a slope that looks like this, who can tell me the rise over run of that line? What does it look to be? The rise over run of this line. This is a rise of 1. That is a rise of 1. What is the slope of that line? Nobody's raising their hand. Nobody has an idea what 1 divided by 1 is.
1.
That, Ben B, go. Ben B? Ben B raised his hand.
It's 1.
It is 1. Now, what about a slope that looks like this? So please send me a raised hand, and I want to hear what you have to say for this guy. And I'll throw some numbers in there for you. Who's going to do this one? Nobody? Nobody's going to give this a rise over run? And Cedric, raise your hand electronically, please.
Okay.
And go ahead and answer it, Cedric.
Wouldn't it be 2?
Do you guys agree? Francesca, do you got that? Isn't it 2 divided by 1? Right? So it's a rise of 2 and a run of positive 1. You guys see that? And therefore, it's got a slope of 2. Now, what do you think about this slope right here? By the way, is this getting a little bit more dangerous to ski down?
Yeah.
Yeah. And what do you think this is, guys?
3.
4.
4. And what do you think that this is?
5, maybe 6.
Well, haven't we been going from 1 to 2 to 4
8.
to 8? What do you think about this one?
16.
16.
And then,
Infinity.
and guess what, guys? We are approaching what number?
Infinity.
Infinity.
And that's why a vertical line has a slope of infinity. Because when you make steep slopes that are higher and higher and higher and higher, when they can't go any higher, it's because you've reached infinity. Now, one of you made an interesting comment when we were talking about the skiing. What is the slope? Please lower your hand and raise your hand again. What is the slope of that line that I just showed you? And I'll even tell you it's horizontal. David?
0.
Ah, who can give me a proof for why that has a slope of 0? Ben B, can you give me a proof? And then Michael and Francesca?
Because if a vertical line, vertical line is infinite, then a horizontal would have to be 0. Because
Okay, what's the because? I agree with your conclusion, but I didn't hear an explanation, and I'm looking for a proof if you have one. Francesca, you want to take it?
Well, it doesn't have any rise, so that's 0, and then it doesn't have any like run, so that's 0. So then it's 0 divided by 0.
Guys, I have to tell you something. Francesca, totally blown away by your explanation. The rise, everybody, is 0. The run is who cares, right? Isn't the run some constant, some number A? And what is 0 divided by any number?
0.
Yeah.
It is 0. It is 0. Pretty amazing. That was a beautiful. Does anybody else have another explanation? Lila, do you have another explanation?
Oh, not now.
Okay, Ben? Somebody, Bridget, do you have another explanation? I thought somebody raised their hand. All right. So, guys, let me give you an idea of a different way of thinking, okay? Do you remember what the slope of this line is right here? Matthew?
Pardon? Yeah.
That has a slope of what?
Was it
Remember-
the one?
Remember we went up 1 and over 1? Up 1 and over 1, up 1 and over 1?
1.
Okay, it's got a slope of 1. Now, Hannah, I want you to take this one. What is the slope, do you think, of this line? And now, Hannah, I'm going up 1, and I'm going over 2. So, Hannah, what do you think? And Hannah, you're going to need to unmute yourself in order to answer that question. And Angeliki, please unmute yourself as well.
Half.
So, Hannah, do you have any ideas? If it's a 1 over 2 and it's a rise over run, Hannah, what do you think the slope of this second line is?
Half.
Absolutely. Absolutely. David, do you agree? Jack, do you agree?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
lower your hands. Now, I want everybody to raise their hand on this one if you've got it. What do you think the slope of this line is? On 3. 1, 2, 3.
1/6.
Well, using the same thing we did last time. And then what happens if we get even more? And Matthew, go for it.
I think it would be 1/8.
1/8. And what number are we approaching, everybody?
Infinity.
No.
0.
We are approaching a slope of 0. And that is another explanation for why a horizontal line is the slope of 0. Okay, everybody show me a slope of 0 with their arms. Go. Everybody show me a slope that's undefined. Everybody show me a slope that's positive. I agree with Bridget. I agree with Jack. I agree with Hannah. I agree with Lila. Angeliki, I can't see you at all. So if you could move your computer down and also show me a slope with your arm, that is a positive slope. Olivia, you're going to need to put the computer towards you because right now I see a cat or something. So you want to, and Thomas is doing it. Cedric, I don't see you doing it. Ben, I don't see you doing it. You're just holding up your hand like that. Cedric, I need you to go like this or like that. Like, okay, Ben B has got it. I don't agree with Ben L. I don't agree with Ellie. I don't agree with David. And I don't agree with Francesca. And Galaxy, I still can't see yours. Lila, I can't really see yours. Oh, Lila, take away, Lila, the virtual background because we can't see your arm. Okay, everybody watch. A positive slope, everybody, is when we read left to right. Everybody look at this. A positive slope is reading left to right and going up. Everybody do this with their arm. Everybody, no, David, the other way. Olivia, the other way.
It's mirrored though. It mirrors your arms though.
Oh, so you guys are actually doing, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, you're right. You're right, so it is a mirror. So actually, Ben L, you were correct. Bridget, you're actually making a negative slope. Ben B, you're actually making a negative slope. Hannah, you're actually making a negative slope. Lila, you are correct now. Olivia is correct. Thomas, you're making a negative slope. Ellie, you're making a positive slope. So Thomas, you want to go the other way, Thomas. Okay? So guys, let's see how this works. Negative slopes go down from left to right. Negative slopes go down from left to right. Positive slopes go up. Now, do I want to ski on a slope of 0? Is that interesting to anybody?
No.
It's interesting to cross-country skiers.
Yes. Now, I know that a lot of people love cross country. I am not one of those people. I do not get it. I love to only ski on a particular type of slope. Is it negative or positive?
Negative.
It is only negative. And Jack, put your hand down just so I don't call on you if you're not ready. And as you can see, guys, only a negative slope is going to give you a skiable mountain. Why do some people like a positive slope? Why do some people like a positive slope? What would be a reason? Go ahead, Matthew. And next time, raise your hand electronically.
Some people like to hike. Like when I go skiing, I see some people hiking up the mountain. Like some people like to hike it also, like cross country if you're going up a hill or like.
You know what? I totally agree. That's one thing. The other thing is, what do I like to do more than anything while I'm on a mountain after skiing is I like to go up the chairlift. So when I'm going up a chairlift, I am going up the positive slope. What about you, Bridget? Bridget had her.
They could trying to not pay for a ski slope or chairlift.
So you're saying that they could actually climb up the mountain. I love that. I love that. I love that. Now, are you guys ready? 0 slope, no fun for Mr. Kramer, but fun for other people who like cross-country skiing. Now, what about a vertical slope? Tell me about that, guys. What about this vertical slope? You can say it out loud.
It looks fun to ski down.
It is.
Wouldn't you lose contact with the mountain?
Wait, say it again.
You wouldn't run.
I think Bridget, was that you, honey?
Wouldn't you lose contact with the mountain?
You would actually be in what's called a free fall. This guy right here is not in a free fall. He is actually skiing down a very steep mountain, and he's almost got no friction, but he has enough friction to save his life. He's got enough friction to save his life. So now what we're going to do right now is we're going to look at some slopes. And I want you guys to tell me, and I'm going to give everybody a different color. So Ellie, I'm giving you blue. Ben L, green. Thomas, red. Please write this down. Cedric, purple. Ben B, black. Francesca, red. David, I don't know, olive.
Yeah.
Lila, pink. Angelica, green. Matthew, blue. Jack D, green. Olivia, red. Hannah, purple. And Bridget, black. So I want you to write down the actual slope of your color. Write down the actual slope of your color. And I'm going to make this slightly bigger.
Can't see that now.
All right. Who did I give blue to? And when you say me, go for it. Ellie?
I think it's a positive.
It's definitely positive, but what's the actual number of the slope? And Matthew, I think I gave that to you also.
Yeah, I also have it. I think. Sorry.
No, you guys go ahead. Collaborate. Work together.
I think it's a like the slope is 5/1.
Well,
I thought it's 4/1.
Oh yeah.
So
I
can
also
you,
think it's 4.
oh,
4/1.
the rise is 4 and the run is 1.
Yeah.
Therefore, it's a slope of 4. Beautiful job. Who did I give to green? Okay, Benel and who else? Angelica. So Benel and Angelica, can you talk this through, please?
I didn't get that green one. I got the green one on the
got it.
other side.
Oh, sorry about that. Benel.
I got it.
1.5.
Oh, can you give it to me as an improper fraction, please?
3 halves.
Do you guys agree that this is an up 3 over 2? So it is exactly 3 halves, and it is less steep than a slope of 4. Less steep than a slope of 4. Now, who had red? Thomas?
Me.
Go for it, Thomas.
Olivia.
And Olivia. Thomas and Olivia, go for it.
I think it's 1.
Ooh, Olivia, what do you think?
That was me.
And Thomas, what do you think? Thomas, what's the rise and what's the run? What's the rise and what's the run? So the rise is 1 and the run is 1. Thomas, what's that slope? Thomas, do you have it? Rise over run? 1 divided by 1?
Mine is 0/0.
Maybe, are you muted, Thomas? Thomas, just say something so I know whether I can hear you, okay?
Got it. Oh.
Okay, I don't think I can hear Thomas, but he's not muted. Okay, who had purple? Was it Cedric and who else? Okay, go for it, Cedric.
I think it's 1/5.
Ooh, very nice. So the purple slope is definitely 1/5. Very, very slight slope. By the way, does anybody know what the slope of a wheelchair ramp is? Has anybody ever seen a wheelchair ramp going into a building?
Aren't they all different?
Well, there's actually a regulation in construction. I don't know if any of your parents are in the construction industry, but I don't know much about it, but I do know that they have a rise of 1 and a run of 12. So a wheelchair ramp is required to have a slope of approximately 1/12. Who can tell me why you are not allowed to have a 1/5 or even a 1/4 or a 1/3? Go ahead, Jack. Or David, go ahead.
It might be too steep for the wheelchairs to get up.
Or it might be too steep for the wheelchair to go where?
Down.
Awesome. Cedric, do you have anything else to add to that?
No, that was the same thing as I was.
All right. Beautiful, beautiful job. Okay, I think I'm not sure if Bridget or was it Ben B who got the black line?
It's 0.
Yes.
Bridget, do you agree?
Yep.
All right, so definitely cross-country skiing, slope of 0, very, very nice. And I think, Francesca, you got this red line.
Yeah.
And by the way, just so you know, Francesca, you've got the hardest one so far. Not to put any pressure on you, of course.
I think the rise is 1 and the run is 1. Well, I think the run is 1, but I'm not sure about the rise.
The rise is definitely 1. There's no question I just went up 1. But how far did I travel to the left, Francesca?
The next one is 2 over.
5.
I did travel 5, but in what direction? In what direction did I travel? Anyone can answer this one.
-5.
So guess what, guys? It has a slope of -1/5. Because isn't this a negative slope? Everybody make a negative slope. Everybody make a negative slope. And I'm wondering, yeah. So I think that actually, if you make a negative slope from left, show me from left to right, you should be going down. A negative slope from left to right. And so I think the reason why our pictures are different is because some of us are mirrored and some of us are not. And I'll try to figure out that problem on the next time. Really, really cool.
Change it.
You do know how to change it?
Yeah, you go into the arrow where you would choose your virtual background, but you click video settings instead, and then it says mirror my video.
Wait, where do you do that?
So you see the stop video tab, and there's a little arrow next to it. You click on it and you click on video settings.
I don't see that.
Okay, guys, do
If
not
you're
worry
on-
about it right now. I will send your parents an instruction on that one. Okay? Now, next question. We've got an olive. David, you are the olive line.
One sec. Sorry.
Go for it, buddy.
It is 1. The rise is 2, and the run is 2.
And I do not agree. And I'll show you why, Cedric.
Oh wait.
This is a slope of 1.
Oh, it would be backwards. Would it be 1 over -2?
Well,
Or 2 over negative?
it's a rise of 2 and a run of -2, which is what? Which is what, Dave? Anybody can help him out. If you know what 2 divided by -2 is.
The rise is 0 and the run is 0.
And so what is that, David? What do you think?
I couldn't hear.
What is it?
So David, if you've got 2 divided by -2, David, what do you think you have?
4.
No, it's so.
Well, a number divided by itself is 1, but this is negative. Ellie, what do you think it is?
How much is the rise? How much does it go up by?
Think
4.
Well, if I take 2 divided,
Rise is what?
what about you, Matthew? And try to raise your hand electronically.
What's that?
I think that the answer is -1 because 2 divided
What is
divided
any
by
number
2
divided by
is
0?
normally 1, and then since it's a -2,
4.
I think
Nope.
it'll be
Yep,
No, it's just supposed to
that is exactly right. Everybody, it is a slope
Okay.
of -1. It is a slope of -1.
Stop.
Really, really nice job.
washes
Now,
off.
The
I know
next
it's
one,
many-
and by the way, I hear some conversation happening in the background. If that person could just mute themselves, that'd be great. Okay, Matthew, I think that you have the, no, I'm sorry, Lila, you got the pink line. And I want everybody to write down what they think Lila's line is right now. What do they think the slope is of Lila's line before Lila even has a chance to say it. And then Lila's going to tell us. Go for it, Lila.
Mine was 3 over -2.
So 3 is the rise, -2 is the run. And so what is your slope, Lila?
-1.5.
Give it to me just as an improper fraction.
-3/2.
Yep, there it is, guys. And does anybody notice a connection between the slope of the pink line and the slope of Ben's green line? Who can
It's
give me?
opposite. It's the same on the other side, but the run, the run is negative.
Guys, everybody show me a slope of 3/2 and -3/2 with their hands. If you show me a slope, everybody, so Hannah and Bridget and Angeliki, I still don't see you at all. I see the top of your head. Angeliki, if there's any way you can turn the computer down, that way we see you in the middle of the screen, that would be awesome. Also, Angeliki, if you could unmute yourself, then I could also hear what you have to say.
You're good.
What's that, honey? That's much better. That's much better. Okay. Now, who's going to, Angeliki, can you give me the slope of the green line?
Okay.
And Michael, I still don't see your video. You kind of went away.
You go 4 up and 0 to the right or left, so it'd be 4 over 0.
And what is 4 over 0?
4.
Angeliki, remember, this is now, we're skiing on a vertical slope. We're going to die on a vertical slope, so therefore the slope must be what?
0?
It is not 0. 0 is the slope of a horizontal line. That's that cross-country skiing. That's got a slope of 0. What is the slope of our vertical? We've been talking about it quite a bit. And everybody, please start drawing that number. Everybody start drawing that number. Angeliki?
Oh, infinity.
And it is undefined. So a vertical line has an undefined slope. Angeliki, do you understand that? Angeliki, take 4 and put it in your calculator and divide it by 0 and see what it says.
Mom,
You may have not been here. David, do you have your hand raised?
just put
no, sorry.
All right. Now, I gave you the answer key for this problem that we just did, but here's what I want you guys to do. As you go around and as you try to solve these beautiful puzzles. Now, this one happens to be Sonic the Hedgehog, one of my favorites, okay? I'm going to give you guys all a red line. And I want you to tell me the slope of that red line. So everybody right now, tell me the slope of the red line to the right, above his ear, and send me a chat, please. Send me a chat from the red line, because I really want to make sure that everybody has the slope. Ben B got it. Very nice. Lila, I don't agree. Ben L got it. I don't agree, David.
Wait, how do you send it to a certain person?
You can't. You can only send it to me, which is the way I set it up.
But it's only
So you
two.
just send it. Bridget, I don't agree. Cedric, I don't agree. You're close, Cedric. You're very close. Now, some of you actually, and Matthew, I think you nailed it. Thomas, you nailed it. Excellent. Now, guys, what is the rise? Everybody say the rise is what?
1.
So the rise is 1. And what is the run?
4.
4.
What's the slope, guys?
1/4.
1/4. So the slope is not 4. A lot of you said 4. I want you to all draw right now a line that has a slope of 4. Everybody draw a line that has a slope of 4. You could do it on any piece of graph paper if you've got it. And I'm going to draw a yellow line with a slope of 4.
Stop, please. Stop.
So I drew a yellow line with a slope of 4. And I can't see everybody right now. Angeliki, I can't see you. Thomas, I can't see you. Thomas, can you look up, please, so I know you can hear me? Wow, I cannot hear Thomas at all. Thomas, are you with us? Okay, let's see if we can send Thomas a chat. I'm going to try to send Thomas a chat because maybe he's frozen. Maybe that's the problem. I cannot hear you, and I'll send that to Thomas. Okay, now, how many of you drew a line that looks like my yellow line? You guys do it? Did anybody draw a line any differently? Okay, here we go. Now I'm going to give you another one. This line is going to be a dotted line. What's the slope of the dotted line that we just made?
Yeah, but you gotta understand.
Should we send it? Should we a message?
Oh yeah, always chat it. Always chat it. Oh, Thomas, you can hear us, but your video is frozen. That's why I didn't know if you could. So could you speak, Thomas? Just so I know that we can hear you. I still don't hear you, Thomas. So I think you're not muted though. Maybe you should sign out of the meeting and sign back in if you can ask your mom or dad to help with that. That'd be great. Hannah, can you unmute yourself and tell me what the slope of that line is, please? Go for it, Hannah.
Well, rise is 2.
Absolutely agree.
And then the slope is -3.
Well, the rise is definitely 2. The run is definitely -3. But what is the slope? Put them all together. Come on. The rise is 2. The run is -3 direction. What is the slope?
-2/3.
You totally nailed it. Awesome, awesome job. Angeliki, I've got one for you. You ready? Angeliki, what is the slope of this red line?
Infinity.
Excellent. Ben B, what is the slope of this line?
0.
Excellent. Ben L, what is the slope of this line?
Sit up, Angeliki. Sit up, sweetheart. No class tomorrow morning.
3/-1.
Can you give that to me in a simplified version, please?
-3.
Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. Let's do Lila. Lila, can I have the slope of this line right here? It's the red line that I just created to the right of Ben L's red line.
The slope is
Everybody should be calculating it, by the way. Oh my God, that was awesome. You know, how many of you would have said 4/2? Yeah? 4/2. A lot of students would say 4/2. But Lila knows, always, always, always simplify your fraction. Matthew, you ready? So Matthew, I'm giving you this line right here.
Oh, that one. I think it's 4.
I totally agree. You guys did a really, really good job. Now, I have another question for you. What is the distance? And I want everybody to chat it right now. This should be really simple. What is the distance of the red line that I just drew? The distance of the red line that I just drew. Everybody should chat it. It should take about 4 seconds. What is the distance of the vertical line I just drew? Excellent. Everybody said 3. And now, I want you to chat, what is the distance of the diagonal line that I just drew? And I want you to think about this. It's a really special answer. Anybody want to answer it? They can raise their hand electronically. I'd love to see it. And go ahead, Ben.
Maybe 7.
Ooh, you know, I'm gonna draw for you a segment that is 7 long. You ready? This is 7, and then I'm gonna try to put it so it's alongside this guy. Do you think that could be a 7?
No.
It was a really good guess though, and I really like why you said it. Cedric.
Would it be the square root of 22?
Ooh, very, very close. Ben B, any ideas? Angeliki? Olivia? Olivia, I still don't see you. I see your ear. Lila.
Stop playing with your hair. What, do you have any ideas?
Update, I said.
Angeliki, do you have an answer, honey?
So I kind of based it off of Ben's answer. So when you put 7, it looks like you still need like 1 extra segment. So I subtracted 1 and I got 6.
Wow. You know what? I don't like your logic. I love your logic. That is awesome. Lila, unmute yourself and give me your thoughts. And I'm going to go to Jack and Matthew.
I thought it was 5.
And I want to hear from Jack D and Bridget and Matthew. Go for it.
I also thought it was 6 because of like the same thing Angeliki said because of what Ben said before.
Angeliki, you started some really good logic. Matthew?
I think that it's also 6 because I don't know if this is like 100% right.
Well,
I learned some. I think I recall like if you add up all of the sides of a triangle, it equals like 13. But I'm pretty sure, but I don't know if that's 100% right.
Well, by the way, I have to tell you something. It was really close. And Cedric, what do you want to say, buddy?
I think it's 5 because if you use a squared plus b squared equals c squared, and you put it and you plug it into that equation, then you'll get 5.
Okay, I want to show you guys something. You ready? The most famous equation in the history of mathematics is called the Pythagorean theorem. And we're going to explore this a lot more next time. But do you guys see the right triangle right here, which is a 3, and it's got a base of 4? Do you see that? Now, what if we took the square of 3? What do we get? What if we take the square of 3? You can all say it out loud.
9.
9. What if we take the square of the other leg, 4? What do we get?
16.
And if we add 9 plus 16, what do we get?
25.
Which Mr. Pythagoras in the year 400 BC, it could have been 480 BC, I could be off by a little bit. If you take the square root of 25, what do we get, everybody?
5.
And the answer is 5. So we're going to learn more about this next week. And I want you guys all to go to a page in your packet that is numbered 6. Everybody to go to page 6 in your packet. And I want you to do your best to write down the squares that you see in front of you. And if you remember what a square is, the square of 1 times 1 is what? The square of 2 times 2 is what?
4.
Okay, now you guys do it, write as many as you can. Write as many as you can.
I love school.
And by the way, if you get to 20, keep going. Don't stop. If you get to 20, keep going. Don't stop. And don't look at the screen because I'm going to actually put the solutions up here. And of course, if you want to check your work, please look up at the screen and check your work. I hope you got 8 squared, because remember that chessboard, right? And Lila, do you have your hand up?
Oh, that doesn't mean to be.
Okay, no problem. Did anybody hit a wall at a particular number, like you were good up to a certain number? Well, what number was that, guys?
13.
Interesting. A lot of people hit a wall after gross. The number gross is 144. And so when you look at the document that I sent you guys, you will see that I've given you all the squares up to 20 squared, and then all the square roots, which we are going to need for our exploration of the Pythagorean theorem. So now, let's start with negative 144, and we're going to start at the negative 144. Oh, actually, no. Let's do this. Let's start at negative 144, and let's count by 72. Go. Negative 144. Negative. But don't ever say negative.
0.
2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate? And I want to show you. Are you guys ready? This is what you guys have in your packet. In your packet, guys. Everybody quiet, please, for a second. In your packet, I gave you over 12 pictures to create. I gave you Lisa Simpson. I gave you Bart, Acorn, Whammy, Miles Tail, Rogue, Sonic the Hedgehog, Rotor Wallace, Antoine Decoulette, Mario, Batman, and Superman, and graphs to go with it. So I want you guys to really work hard and send me pictures of everything. I do want to tell you that a lot of my mathematicians already sent me pictures, and they're quite beautiful. I will post them on Saturday. So everybody did a really nice job. And say goodbye to your friends.
Look at my cat.
Say goodbye to your friends.
Bye.
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 Dora.
Have fun learning slope.
Peace.
And beautiful pictures.
Look at Dora.
Peace, guys.
Angelica, this is Dora, not Henry.